Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about one of the most important cultural figures hailing from Portugal. A man whose strong influence has led many to juxtapose him with massive legendary icons in literary history, such as Homer, Virgil, or Shakespeare. A man who put limitless effort into not only his artistic achievements, but also in his journey across the world, making him a multi-talented individual bent on self-growth and self-fulfillment. Today, we're going to talk about Luis de Camões. Luis Vaz de Camões was a man of many talents. He was a poet, a playwright, soldier, traveler, and adventurer. He was born during the 16th century, and although his childhood and youth went unnoticed, we presume that he had a brilliant academic background, which supplied his journey to become the man he grew up to be. It is rumored that he fell in love with one of the Queen's ladies in waiting by the name of Catarina de Ateide, which he renames Natercia, and was banished from Lisbon. Later on, he enlisted as a soldier in the service of the king, and thus eventually earning merits for military services in Africa. Unfortunately, during the fight, a horrible incident in Ceuta involving gunfire caused Luis to suffer the loss of his right eye. In 1553, after being imprisoned in Lisbon for injuring a member of the royal stables in a brawl, Camões left Portugal for Portuguese India as another military commission, where he served in the Portuguese Navy and had the chance to travel to Somalia, Yemen, Arabia, and Persia. However, his restless nature led him to write some inconvenient satires against the Portuguese living in Goa. So, he was denounced to the governor by the aggrieved persons and sent as punishment to North Maluku, more exactly to Ternate Island in Indonesia, where the Portuguese had their farthest outpost. There, Camões began his work on his most famous literary work, Os Lusíadas, and eventually, upon his return to India, Camões began to increase his prominence as a poet and all-around literary artist, getting some commissions. Ascending in fame and fortune, he got a well-paid job in Macau, China. There, he took a Chinese lover, to whom he gave the classical name Dinamini. But he lost her to the waves on their return to Goa, when they were shipwrecked in Cambodia around 1565. Camões reportedly swam ashore while holding his manuscript of Os Lusíadas above the waves. He was imprisoned on charges of using this unfortunate accident to hide the embezzlement of the funds he was supposed to deliver to the new governor. Camões eventually made his way back to Lisbon to answer to the authorities, where he arrived in 1570 and was acquitted of all impending charges by the courts. 2 years later, he published his most famous work that raised his name, Os Lusíadas, which celebrates the age of discoveries that brought immense wealth to Portugal. A significant part of its content was a reappraisal of the voyage led by the famous Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama, who was a distant relative of him that inspired the poet's life of adventure overseas, and whom he wanted to redeem also of some stains in his reputation. However, despite the celebratory mood of the poem, which had Os Lusíadas being perceived as a symbol of Portuguese nationalism, Camões also voiced some fair and balanced criticism of many aspects of the Portuguese expansion. The epic poem Os Lusíadas was later hailed as an artistic masterpiece throughout Europe that put Camões on a map of world literature. He was a living proof that even a hardened and determined soldier, lover, adventurer, prisoner could still manage to dive into the world of artistry without losing focus on either of those things. His work has made a huge impact on Portugal's cultural history and inspired countless people after him to pursue their dreams in the realm of art, proving that not only was he a national treasure, but also a symbol of hope and pride for many generations that followed. To this day, and for many years to come, Luis de Camões' name will remain legendary as one of the greatest minds in world history.